everybody. Alfred here from campus2canton.com, your go-to spot for all college fantasy, NFL fantasy, and recruiting coverage with a fantasy lens. A brand new commitment. Kedren Young out of the state of Texas has committed to Notre Dame. This is a 5'10", 225-pound back that we have clocked at 21 miles per hour on the field, which puts him in near elite territory for size and speed. So without further ado, let's take a look at the tape and see what Notre Dame got. Now, I like this fit quite a bit. You've got a big, fast running back going to a team that wants to pound that football and establish the run. And he joined C.J. Carr in the 2024 class to form quite a backfield duo here between quarterback and running back. But as you can see here, this guy's 225 pounds playing in Texas high school football and just absolutely torching defenses. You usually see that from 175 to 185-pound backs, but not a 225-pound guy. Again, hitting the seam and just gone, pulling away, excuse me, from safeties there on a long touchdown run. We get a nice view here. He's number 3. We're going to see it from the backfield view and a nice close-up here of this next run. And, of course, he's going to show some vision there to squeeze through a fairly tiny hole. And then, again, just taking it to the races here. At his size, that is usually not something that we see from a high school prospect. So again, size and speed is his calling card. Not tons of change of direction. Again, hitting a hole and just outrunning the defense. But when you have a guy with this kind of combination, it's very exciting for fantasy prospects. They usually pan out pretty well. And here's showing a little interesting tool in his bag of tricks, catching a screen pass out wide. And then making a few guys miss, contact balance there, taking a guy head on, knocking him over, and continuing to go. Then not quite enough juice after all that to beat the safety to the end zone, but still a pretty impressive, showing multiple skills in his bag there. And then again, another touchdown here, cutting it out to the outside, enough speed to get to the corner at his size. And so we like to see, that was one reception of the screen pass. It looked like a pretty good catch. And then his ability to establish himself after that for yards after the catch is important. Again, guys just bouncing off of him. I mean, just a shoulder straight into the other guy's shoulder pads, knocking him over. Enough agility then to bounce it outside, enough speed. After all that movement and hitting and still having speed to get to the end zone on a 20-yard run there is pretty impressive. Here we've got a pitch to the outside, finding a hole. A little change of direction there with a juke. He really is kind of a one-cut guy. But then when he finds the crease, he's going to be gone. Here he is again, cutting it to the outside here. Again, I mean, there's a crease, so he's gone. I mean, that's all the way it is. And with a confirmed 21.5 miles per hour, this is something that he can do in college. This is the high school Texas football, but sometimes the tape can be deceiving. But if he's really hitting, 21.5, he will be able to do this in college at the Power 5 level. Showing some contact balance here, getting to the outside. Nice stiff arm, continuing to carry guys, and they did get him out just short of the end zone. But you can see he's a physical runner. He uses that size to his advantage. He's not afraid to lay hands on a defender, get him out of the way. Pancake block there in pass protection. I know there's another one coming up as well. So showing some ability to get up in there and get dirty with a block, catching a seam here again. And of course, he's going to be gone. I mean, he hits that max speed. He's going to take it to the house. So you've got to get him corralled. But even then, he's shown physicality. He can shove off blockers. A really nice prospect here. Rated the running back 14, but at Campus Canton, I know we're going to have him higher. And he was kind of undecided, committed today as I'm making the video. Here's another pass protection block, cutting that guy down. Not quite as clean as the other one, but still, there's another block on the run. So he got in there with 2 blocks in that pass play. And then, like I was saying, he was crystal ball to UTSA, as recently as a few weeks ago. And I was thinking like, hey, this guy with his size speed combo, he's ranked in the top 20 running backs in the country. He's not going to go to UTSA. He's going to get a major offer. And once that happens, everyone's going to start talking about him just a little bit more because he's going to have that pedigree. I didn't know in the state of Texas if it would be UT or if it would be Oklahoma or one of those, or even an SEC school, but Notre Dame will do just fine. I think it's a great fit for what they want to do, the type of personality that I think Freeman wants to have as a head coach. They got a nice pocket passer. They're going to be kind of a traditional offense with CJ Carr. Look at that contact balance continuing to just be impossible to take down. What you want to see in a guy this big. But going back to the future of Notre Dame, I mean, you're going to have a nice pocket passer, consistent guy in CJ Carr with a high floor, and then the ability to hand off to a guy like this. That is going to probably be a fairly traditional style offense, but could be explosive, could be one that can wear teams down. Assuming, of course, that they recruit the O-line and the rest of the team. But these two weapons in the background for the next 3 years at Notre Dame is pretty impressive. And I like what I'm seeing. I think Kedren Young is going to be pretty highly rated for us at C2C. By the time it's all said and done, I know he's fairly high for me, top 5, top 7. I think that is probably where he will land up, just because we do value that size-speed combo. I think that about does it for Kedren Young, but exciting prospect for Notre Dame, and I think it's a perfect fit for what they want to do. And so I think it's going to be also a great fit for your fantasy team. You want a guy going to an offense that's going to hand him the rock, and he's going to get goal line, he's going to get all the short yardage, he's going to probably be a bell cow type with that size and speed once again. So this is Alfred for Campus to Kansas. Stick with us. We will keep putting out these deep dives on individual players as the recruiting cycle wears on.